What is up, my legends? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another movie review. And today we're going to be reviewing the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. With the new one just dropping on Netflix, now is the best time to do this. I'm going to be reviewing every film in the franchise in order of release, all the way up to the newest one on Netflix, which I have not seen. So last night I sat down and watched the original. And this movie, I had high expectations going into the film, but I also had very low expectations going into the film. Because I thought maybe the movie wasn't going to hold up as much watching it years later. The fact that this movie came out in 1974, there's a lot of doubt, does this movie hold up? And for the most part, this movie still holds up today. For the most part, that is. There are things in the movie where you definitely see its age. The movie definitely shows, hey, yeah, this definitely came out. This definitely came out over 30 years ago. But at the same time, there's a lot of good in this. Even though the movie has a very small budget. The movie had a very small budget. I believe it was 140,000, something like that. And that's a very small budget, and they did what they could with that. And some of the effects, there's not that much gore or anything like that. But from what you see, some of the blood and the effects and a lot of that stuff, it looks pretty good for what they had to deal with. Some of the acting at points is a little, and some of the editing, especially during the dinner scene, is a little, I'm very confused about some of the scenes do drag, and I feel dang, this scene is still going? I'm man, especially the dinner scene, that one goes on a lot longer than I remember it. And the movie just kind of ends abruptly as well, which is also something I didn't remember looking back at the film. But I do still think this is a good movie. I don't think it was bad. I think it does hold up for the most part. The characters, mostly forgettable, but your main final girl, you do get a little bit of her personality, but at the same time, mostly the movies you get to see more, mostly with the Leatherface and the Sawyer family. Leatherface, obviously, is become one of the most iconic horror villains ever. He's up there with Freddy, Jason, Billy the Puppet, Chucky. He's up there with all those guys. But this movie definitely does bring some interesting characters, and it does have a bit of a comedy hint to it. But in my opinion, and apparently, this movie is, some people consider it a black comedy, which means a dark comedy, and it's funny for dark reasons. Personally, I don't see it that way. I didn't laugh at all throughout the movie. I feel it feels much it's more unsettling with the quote it's supposed to be. Cause I watched it with a friend. He was laughing a lot. I was no, this is unsettling seeing people act like this. It's unsettling. It's not these people are crazy in there. So that's the thought that I have with that movie. The movie, though, is very well executed. It does what it comes to do. It's not your typical slasher. Obviously, you get Leatherface chasing people. But Leatherface isn't your typical horror antagonist. He's kind of the muscle, where he's kind of ordered around by other people. And that's very different when you see some of the other horror icons that are out there. But definitely a franchise I'm glad to be covering, and I do think this is a pretty fun movie. I think it's done well. Some scenes, like I said, do drag, and it feels really could have shortened some of these scenes, and really didn't need to linger on some of these shots for as long as we did. Which I'm hoping that's a better fix in the sequel. I haven't seen most of these movies in a very long time. Some of them I don't even know if I've actually seen them. But this movie is one of the horror classics, and definitely deserves to be there with the others, with Freddy, Jason, Chucky, all of them. It's definitely become one of the horror staples. And I really do think that this movie has not aged well and has aged well at the same time. There are points of the movie where I'm like, okay, that's something. At the same time, I'm like, okay, like, that's showing its age there. And I watch movies from, like, the 70s and stuff, and that don't show their age. Or still hold up today, like Star Wars, for example. That's a movie that holds up today, and I feel like it doesn't show its age as much. But this, I don't know why I brought Star Wars up. This both kids that came out in the 70s, I guess. But no, this movie is fun, and I'd have to give it a solid 3.5 out of 5 is where I'll put it. I'll put it right there. I feel like that's a fair, solid ground for this movie. I think it's pretty good, and I think any horror fan who hasn't seen it should definitely give it a watch. Definitely looking forward to checking out the next movie in the franchise. I'm told it's a lot crazier, and from what I remember about it, it's something. It's something. Also, my Jackass reviews are going to continue. Jackass 3D, Bad Grandpa, and Jackass Forever. Those are going to be coming as soon as I can get them out to you guys. But I don't really know what else to say about this movie specifically. We're going to be reviewing the entire franchise. So similar to what we did with Halloween when the new Halloween came out. And also, while now we're going to be before June, we're going to be tackling the Jurassic Park series, all 3 of the original movies, and the 2 Jurassic World movies, leading up to Jurassic World Dominion. So that's really all I've got to say for this review, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think of this movie down in the comment section below. I'd love to know what you guys think about it. And we got some videos coming for you, more reviews. Definitely excited to get some stuff, keep getting stuff on the channel, at least 1 video a day, and I'm excited. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!